Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video is going to be my weeks 30 and 31 of pregnancy update. I am still out of breath, so out of breath. I'm currently 31 weeks and 4 days. Baby is expected to be here. My C-section is scheduled for 53 days from now, to give you any indication of how long I have left. And it is June 27th. I did have my doctor's appointment yesterday and an ultrasound, my last ultrasound, hopefully, unless something's wrong. Seriously, I'm so out of breath, guys. Like, I feel ridiculous. I am up about 7 pounds, 8 pounds. Burping, it's just like crazy. I actually lost 2 pounds between my last 2 visits. I went on June 6th and then again on June 25th, so like 2.5 weeks, and I had lost 2 pounds between those 2 appointments. It's weird though, because I feel like my appetite has increased. Like, I'm super hungry all the time and I don't crave healthy foods. Like, that salad craving phase is gone. Like, I don't know, I'll eat like 1 salad a week, but I don't really crave it. But yeah, so I went to my appointment. Let me just go ahead and get some of this out of the way. We had some worries that the placenta had attached really close to my previous C-section incision, and that was a problem. It was like risk of hemorrhage and all this stuff. And my doctor had said, we're going to do another ultrasound at around 31 weeks. And if the placenta has not shifted up where I need it to move far enough away from the incision line, then we'll probably do the C-section instead of at 39 weeks, we'll do it at 36 weeks. I was like, oh no. Well, it did move, so yay. Baby is where he wants her to be. She is head down, which doesn't really matter since I'm, having a C-section, but good to know. She is measuring overall in the 65th percentile, which is exactly the same percentile that my daughter, who's now 2, was at this point. I'm looking at my stats here. I took a picture of you can't see it, but took a picture of the ultrasound screen. So I don't know what these mean exactly, but if you speak ultrasound abbreviations, you might know. The head circumference was in the 55th percentile. The HC hadlock was in the 55th percent. Oh, that is the head circumference. Okay. AC hadlock, I think that's the abdominal cavity, was in the 80th percentile. FL hadlock, femur maybe, that was in the 83rd percentile, and the HL jaunty, that might be the humerus, was 90th percentile. So she's measuring pretty good size. One thing that really skewed the measurements was the BPD hadlock, and I think that's the biparietal, I don't know what it's called, but basically there's head circumference, and that was 55th percentile, and then there's another head measurement that they do, and that was only in the 7th percentile. So I was 31 weeks and 2 days, and a lot of the measurements were 32 weeks, 3 days to 33 weeks and 1 day. So she was measuring a week ahead or more and everything except that BPD hadlock, and that one was measuring 29 weeks and 6 days, way behind. And I asked him about it. I was like, what does that mean? My baby has a small head. And he said, no, the head circumference is still in the 55th percentile. So I'm not worried. He said usually if the baby's head is head down, sometimes you can't get a good shot and a good angle of it, and so it could be squeezed sort of a little bit, or the angle just wasn't very good for checking that measurement, because at the previous appointment her head was average. So he's like, don't worry about it, I'm not worried about it. I'm like, okay, cool. And we won't do another ultrasound unless we have to. But what he did say was, when he measured my fundal height, the tape measure on the belly and how big your uterus is, I was 31 weeks and 2 days and I measured 35 weeks, and he was like, but the ultrasound trumps that. So he's not worried about, since I passed my gestational diabetes, the glucose test, and the ultrasound looks good of the baby. She's not a giant or something. The fact that I'm measuring 3.5 weeks ahead in the fundal height is just kind of weird. But he did say that since I'm only 5'2", maybe that's why she has nowhere to go but out. She can't stretch more. I don't know. But I do look big. So let me go ahead and show you. I feel like I look 35 weeks at 31 weeks and 4 days. Yeah, nice and round. The apps for this week say she is the size of a coconut, a a baseball glove, an asparagus, weighs as much as a coconut, a fanny pack, chocolate box, a puppy, a winter squash, romaine lettuce, foam finger, small clawed otter, asparagus, coconut, I already said that. And then she could be like 15 inches to like 17 and a half inches, depending on like how, you know, and then in the weights, usually they're 2.5 to like 4-ish pounds, and baby was measuring 4 pounds 6 ounces at the ultrasound. So like I said, she's over average as far as weight goes. I was almost 8 pounds. I was like 7 pounds and I think it was 7.14 when I was born. My daughter was 9 pounds. My husband was 9 pounds something when he was born. My husband's brother was 10 pounds something when he was born. But again, my daughter was born at 41 weeks, and this baby at the latest will be born at 39 weeks and 1 day, so 13 days fewer in the womb. So she may not be 9 pounds again, like she's measuring at the same percentiles as the 2-year-old did. So she could be born, given the 13-day, you know, difference, she could be measuring 8 pounds when she's born, which is fine by us. But I was relieved that they're not take her out at 36 weeks, and they will let her cook till 39, because that's a big difference, 3 weeks in there. Again, that's like 1.5 pounds. They gain about 0.5 pound a week. And her lungs, you know, that means not a preemie, not NICU probably. I mean, no guarantees. Even a full-term baby can go to the NICU, but you know what I mean? No neonatal intensive care. Like, she's probably going to be okay if she's born after 39 weeks. So hopefully we make it that long. So some notable things. Haven't thrown up probably like a month or two. Like I think at least a month. I'm feeling pretty good about that. I occasionally get some heartburn, but it's nothing. Like honestly, I've taken Tums a few times and Zantac a couple times, but I'm fine. Pretty much nothing that I used to eat grosses me out anymore. Like, you know, like there was a phase where vegetables were like an off limits kind of a food because they made me sick, or too much salsa was bad. I can pretty much eat anything now, chocolate, everything. I'm back to normal. I don't crave healthy foods, but like, did I ever really? You know what I mean? Like I still crave sugar and fast food and bad for you foods, but I feel like that's just part of being a fat kid. Come on. Don't we all want junk food all the time? It's just a matter of how much I give into that. But like I said, I lost 2 pounds in the last 2.5 weeks. So obviously I wasn't like, just because I crave junk food every day doesn't mean I have it in the house. Because if I did have it in the house, be bad. But I have been having cereal every morning, and it's not like Fiber One, it's like the good stuff. So I've just been trying to keep my bowl size like, you know, normal, not like overflowing, or refill the bowl after I empty it once. But yeah, baby is looking good on the ultrasound. Doctor didn't really have any, he asked me for questions, and I was just like, not really. I'm fine. And I feel like if my worst complaint at my appointment to my doctor was like, I can't fall back asleep if I get woken up in the middle of the night, he was like, sorry. like that's just part of it, you know. Like if my daughter woke up, like yesterday, she woke up at 4 a.m. just for like 5 minutes. She woke up, she cried, my husband went in there, got her back to sleep, and she's ended up going back to sleep for like two something hours, like after 6:15. Did I go back to sleep? No, I was up at 4, because like I can't go back to sleep. Even if I have a dark room and no like distractions, no silence, no screen, no noise, nothing, I can't go back to sleep. So it's kind of a hard time when you're mad at yourself for not sleeping, but it's like your body just doesn't want it, but you need it. Like I'm so tired. Everything, like going to the grocery store, loading the groceries into the car, unloading them at home and putting them away, that's like all I can do that day. Like I am done. Like I need a nap, and I'm out of breath so easily, and it's just like I feel like I need a nap. And then when I do nap, I nap for like 15 minutes or 30 minutes, and there's no reason I couldn't have napped for 1 hour or 2 hours. And I constantly feel like I'm behind on sleep, but yet when I have the opportunity to sleep, my body's like, nah, I'm good, cool, thanks. I'm like, ugh. My hair's wet. Actually, I just thought I'd mention I am going to get a haircut. Like as soon as my dad calls me, we're gonna go get our haircut. So next time I film, probably my hair will be a good amount shorter. This probably will be my last haircut before baby, so I just wanted to like kind of, you know, get it done and a little bit shorter than I normally do. So I might go chin length. I don't know. That's like a lot. I really just want to be able to put it back in a ponytail. That's important to me when I have a baby, because they're like, you know, got all these straps and bra straps and you're unhooking things, and I don't want like my hair in the way. It's just not worth it. I do get restless legs like at night and stuff. Like I feel like I have to take Tylenol sometimes, and I feel like I can't get comfortable, and I toss and turn, and then I'm out of breath, and then I'm still using my Advair inhaler which is like an inhaler, like albuterol plus a steroid, which is supposed to help like preventative for my asthma. But I haven't wheezed since my doctor prescribed me that, but I am short of breath all the time, so I don't know if that's just the baby. But yeah, she is head down. I can tell she's definitely like more on one side of my body because I feel like my belly is like bigger over there. Might be in my head, but I can feel her. I've gotten some cool videos of it. If I have time, I'll try to insert pictures of that or video, and I'll also try to show you some ultrasound pictures at the end of this. Notable things we've accomplished. I received about 8 or 10, I think it was, garbage bags worth of clothes for baby. My girlfriend has a daughter who's going to be turning 5, and so she goes, here's all the here's all the girl clothes I've been saving for the last 5 years, thinking I might have another girl, but they had their last kid and it's a boy, and they're like, we don't need this stuff, take it or we're donating it. And I'm like, okay, so if it doesn't fit my 2-year-old, it'll fit the baby, you know? So it was like sizes newborn through 4T, and you know, Daisy's like a 3T, 4T, so it was pretty perfect. And then of course I had to go through all the stuff I had for the baby because it's been used. Like the stuff my daughter had was all mostly hand-me-downs. I would say like 80% of my 2-year-old's wardrobe she was the 3rd kid to wear it, or the 4th kid, or you know, the 2nd kid at the minimum. And so they weren't all in a good condition. Number 1, I have half packed my hospital bag. If you could see down here, there's just a big pile of stuff. Like my breast friend pillow and my extra sleeping pillow. My suitcase is like open with all this crap piled on top. There's like the baby's clothes and then my clothes, like my robe and stuff like that. I packed like a little bag of makeup and toiletries, you know, for the bathroom and stuff like that. Hair ties, chapstick, you know, lotion, stuff like that. But it's not like officially packed. But in the event that I had to leave like within 5 minutes, I would just grab a change of clothes from my husband because he's planning on coming home every day to shower and see our daughter and let the dog out and stuff. Maybe catch a few hours of sleep uninterrupted. But if I had to leave within 5 minutes to go to the hospital, I think I could do it. But yeah, the only reason I would go early is like I would have that time unless like my water broke and I was just like, oh my gosh, you know, then I would leave for the hospital at 5 minutes. But otherwise, you probably would have some contractions. I'd pick up the phone, I'd call, let them know I was in labor, you know, let them know, blah, blah, blah. But at this point, my app says that baby is 95%, has a 95% chance of survival, and that at the next week, I think it was the 32-week mark, her chance of survival is as good as a full-term baby's chance of survival. Survival is the key word. Now, as far as disabilities go, like learning disabilities, needing to use a respirator, anything wrong with her lungs, other developmental delays, like being small, you know, just those kinds of things, between weeks 32 and 39, or 32 and 38 when you're considered full term, those, of course, are way higher chances of those things happening. But as far as surviving with medical assistance, 32 weeks is as good as surviving at full term. So obviously I want to keep her cooking as long as I can, but I thought that was an interesting fact. You know, her chance of survival is pretty good now. Anyway, so I've also, I know what I was saying. My girlfriend brought the bags of clothes, and I went through them, and I got rid of stuff, and I donated some stuff, and I saved some stuff for my brother-in-law and his wife, because they're expecting, and the good stuff that we already had enough of, you know. Anyway, so I did all that. I've got the baby's newborn, 0 to 3, 3, and 3 to 6 month clothes. They're all out and in the dressers. But all the other clothes are still packed up. I'm just like, this will fit her through 3 to 6 months, which would be like early next year, at least through the end of the year, maybe Valentine's Day of next year. If she's like at 6 months, she'll be 6 months in Valentine's Day that time. So it was like, that's enough. That's enough for now, get me through. And then I should have 8 weeks off. I did confirm that with my HR department. It's not 10 weeks, I get 8 weeks full pay off. If I want to take 4 extra weeks at no pay with FMLA, I can, but 8 weeks full pay. So it would be like mid-August. August 16th was a Friday. That would be my last day. C-section scheduled for Monday, August 19th. And I would go back like, I think it's like October 13th, something like that. So yeah, 8 full weeks. And other things that got done. When I was getting the clothes out and packing things away in the closet for the nursery and trading out the good stuff with the bad stuff and whatever. I got out the pack and play, got out the swing, and I got those assembled, which honestly was like no big deal, like 5 minutes. And the hospital bag is ready. The nursery, like the decals on the wall, end tables up. The nursery is about 80% ready to show. I have a few things on the baby registry. My baby shower is in like 3 days. I have a few things on the registry that I'm hoping to get. Like I need a caddy for the diapers, you know, like something to hold the diapers and wipes in a little container, and a few other things for the nursery, but pretty much it's livable. Like if I had to have her right now and I was full term, like bassinets over here. I got a little rocking chair in the bedroom next to our bed. I have a changing pad. Like I got my baby shower or baby gift registry gift boxes from Target, Walmart, Amazon, and I just ordered another one from Baby List. The first 3 I mentioned, Target, Amazon, and Walmart, were free. You just create your registry and you get a free gift. But the babylist.com one, or the Babylist app, you create it, you have to add like 3 things from their site and 3 things from other sites. It's just stupid, and set it up. I'm not even gonna share the links to these registries. The only one I shared with anybody was Amazon. But the catch is $4.95 for shipping. But I read through online like what you get from the baby registry gift box, and it was like a 5-pack of Carter's onesies, a pair of maternity socks. I don't even know what maternity socks are, but okay. You get like a bottle, you get a pacifier, you get diapers and wipes, like probably a couple. You get some breast pads, you get, I don't know, there was like enough for me to say $4.95, okay. You know, like I'll take that hit, considering all the free stuff I've gotten. So I think I've gotten like 8 free bottles. Like Philips Avent and Dr. Brown's are like the brands that keep giving me free bottles, and I keep getting pacifiers by Nook and Mam, and I think there's one other brand, Nano Bebe. Like I've gotten like 5 free pacifiers, and I'm like, well, I don't know if she'll like these, but good to have them, you know. They're free, they're brand new, they're in the packaging, so I can always regift them if I try one brand and she doesn't like it. But my daughter, the 2-year-old, didn't like certain brands. Only pacifier she took was a Webinub for whatever reason, that green soothing, and she used that till just before she turned 2. I know that the Webinubs say like 0 to 6 months or something. She was using it till I was 2 years old, and that was the only one she would take. I'm worried a little bit about when the baby comes and she has a pacifier, because my daughter stopped using the pacifier at the beginning of May. I think it was May 5th. So August 19th, baby comes home, August 21st maybe, and there's a pacifier. I'm just worried she's gonna pick it up, you know. When I assembled the swing after work, my daughter was like, ooh, and she got in the baby swing. And I'm like, like you are too big for that. She's 33 pounds, 34 pounds, so pretty sure that's over the max weight. And she was like, Mama, push me. And she gets in the swing, and I'm like, get out, that is not for you, that's for baby sister. But we keep reading books about being a big sister, and she's doing a little better sleeping in her big girl bed, and I'm trying to get her used to the fact that this is baby sister's bedroom and this is your bedroom. And we're playing with her baby dolls to get her ready. Haven't decided on a good coming home outfit for the baby. I kind of thought it'd be fun to make a match, the 2-year-old and her, but I haven't found anything that's like cheap enough that I like. Not like Etsy special order $50 for the 2 outfits. I'm not doing that. And then also the baby gift, like a gift from the baby to big sister. I thought also it would be nice to get something for the baby shower from baby to big sister, something for her to open at the shower, like a present. But she just had her birthday party at the end of May, and she still has toys she hasn't even opened and like, or hasn't played with much, you know. And she doesn't need anything. I have so much crap in this house. Like my house is really big. It's 4,500 square feet. I mean, granted, only about 3,000 of that is ours, like upstairs. The rest of it's my in-laws downstairs in the basement, but it's a lot of space for 3 people. And it's like full. Sorry, the dog is barking. It's a lot of space for 3 people, and it is full of crap, full of baby clothes, full of baby apparatuses, you know, swings and da da da. And I'm still waiting to borrow a few last minute things from people, like the Mamaroo that we borrowed last time, a bouncer we borrowed last time. I'm hoping like the people that we borrowed it from like offer again, because I know they're not using it. Their kids are older, so I'll probably ask this weekend. But anyway, I think that is it for my baby update. I still have other stuff I want to do. Like I need to order my breast pump with my insurance, but because they only get one every 3 years for free, I'm not even eligible to get it because my daughter's only 2 until end of September is when I can order it. September 22nd, September 29th is when I can order it. Thank goodness I still have my Medela Pump and Style Advance from last time that I hope still works. I haven't turned it on in like a year, so we'll see. But I'm going to use that. And then I still have to go in the garage and get out the decor, like the diaper genie looking diaper pail. And then we have to get the car seats installed. I have to get down all of the old like bibs and bottles and things and pump parts and evaluate like which ones need to be thrown out, which ones I can sanitize and sterilize, and you know, like set up a station for drying bottles and all that. I do plan on breastfeeding exclusively, especially for the 8 weeks that I'm home, but because for my job I do have to travel sometimes and I don't get a lot of notice. Like I might find out on Tuesday, like Sunday night I have to report out to Missouri or something. And then it's like, oh my gosh. So I have to have like a big freezer stash at all times of breast milk. And I have to bring my pump with me when I travel and stuff like that. So I have some things that, even though I don't have to pump if I'm home for 8 weeks, and then even when I go back to work at 8 weeks, my daughter would be just downstairs with grandma. Do you know what I mean? So I could, in theory, breastfeed exclusively and I wouldn't have to pump. But I need to have that freezer stash. And I want to start it from when you get engorged. I want to keep it that way. I know that sounds like not engorged, not to the point where I'm like in pain, but I want to have like if she needs, let's say she needs 30 ounces of milk a day, I want to consistently make 40. You know what I mean? Or 36, so that I can just pump a bottle every single day, store it in the freezer, and then there's no stress. Like if I go to church and my husband is alone with the baby and she needs a bottle, he can give it to her. And it's not like before where it was like, I'm coming home, I'm hurrying, don't let her eat, and she's freaking out and needs to eat, and I don't have enough milk for that, and I don't want to have to supplement. And you know, like last time when my 2-year-old, when she was a baby, I had to go in the hospital and I got put on a medication that wasn't safe for breastfeeding, and I had to pump and dump. Thank goodness I had enough milk pumped, but I might have had to do, you get me, I want to have a freezer stash. So I definitely need to get my diaper area set up, get the stroller stuff. The crib has been raised to the infant level, not like the lower for the toddlers. I'm kind of scatterbrained, you guys. It's crazy. So this weekend is my baby shower, and then I'm going to evaluate what is still remaining on the registry that we didn't get, what else we might need, and then I need to buy like a couple of nursing bras or like whatever I didn't get from the registry that we get gift cards for or whatever. Then I will go ahead and do my Amazon haul, like shop and buy all the things that are remaining and put it all away, and then we wait. So when all that's done and everything's delivered from Amazon, it'll probably be like 33 weeks. Hospital bags should be packed by then. That's it. I'm getting super tired and super out of breath. So hope you guys enjoyed watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you guys later.